All matches today are dedicated to the memory of our good friend Ron Mazzola, the voice of the GMC. This weight class, the 150-pound weight class, is sponsored by Raspa Jewelers of Highland Park. This particular match is dedicated in memory of Anthony Raspa, a 2008 graduate of Bishop R and a New Jersey State Trooper who died in the line of duty in 2015. Please visit their website at raspajewelers.com. 150 Pounds is also sponsored by Robert Morris Photography. Look for Robert Morris on Instagram at Studio Rob or on Twitter at 272PhotoG. Call 973-703-1336.
Evan Mendez has secured a takedown off a bad shot. He's now working to a leg, but RJ Stradling is scrambling. And guess what? Blood time.
Blood time. And this blood timeout is sponsored by Dr. Ed Marion of Home Care Rehab. Ed is a longtime referee. He is a licensed physical therapist that brings care straight to your home. Visit homecarerehab.org or call 732-610-2528.
Just let our fans know out there, this mat number 1 was involved in 25 blood calls, slams, and injury timeouts, starting from the semifinals, and now we're carrying over to the finals.
Right. This match is interesting in that the 1 or 2 seeds are not here. Instead, the 3 and 4 seeds are here. Now,
very tough weight class, because it was almost a round robin here, because you had Mendez had beaten, no, excuse me, who's the top guy?
Kearns.
Landon Kearns had beaten Campagna, who had placed in the States, and then Campagna had beaten Mendez. Now, for whatever reason in the semis, Campagna defaulted out or forfeited out, whatever, and Kearns lost. So the anticipated finals, wasn't there, but very tough weight class. Very tough weight class.
So as Mike was alluding to, RJ Stradling from Middlesex Dunellen advanced from forfeit. And then in a stunning turn of events, Evan Mendez defeated top seed Landon Kearns from St. Thomas Aquinas with a pinfall of 5 minutes and 22 seconds. And let me tell you something.
Yeah, I was just going to say, one of the most exciting matches I've ever seen.
And
headlocks, throws, it was the crowd went wild.
And Kearns was down for most of that, but you never thought for a single second with the intensity that match had that he was out.
Yeah.
And Mendez was just able to overcome. Yep. There came a spot near the end where Kearns was going for a takedown, and I guess he got a little greedy and tried to turn it into a throw, tried to get his shoulders in at the same time, and he just got countered right to his back.
And first period, Kearns hit 2 headlocks right on the sideline. For big, they were out of bounds though. So it was possible. Just what a match! What a match!
So right now, Mendez with the early 2-0 lead. We're a minute and 10 seconds into the match. Mendez with a caution call for jumping a little too early.
Here come the legs.
Both of these wrestlers are seniors. Mendez currently riding Stradling. In control. He is completely parallel at the moment. There he goes. He has a boot in there. He has what looks like, was that a power half he's going for?
He's too high. He's too high. He's got to reestablish control, get his head off the mat. You can't drop your head when you have legs in.
10 seconds remaining. That was a missed opportunity for Stradling.
Yep, it was.
Something like that happens, you have to find a way out. Well, we're going to be going into the second period now, this 150-pound weight class. Again, sponsored by Raspa Jewelers of Highland Park, dedicated to the memory of Anthony Raspa. And 150 is also sponsored by Robert Morris Photography. And once again, another injury timeout, which all injury timeouts are sponsored by Dr. Ed Marion of Home Care Rehab.
I think there's blood too.
Visit homecarerehab.org. So 2-0 match. I don't think they said whose choice it's going to be. Mendez has 3 pins coming into this final. One of the awards that comes out of this tournament is most pins in least amount of time. So yeah. Evan Mendez might be in the running for that because he has 3 pins.
Has 3 pins.
And three pins have done it before.
Yeah.
A lot of 4-pin champions have done it. But it doesn't look like this match is going to be a pin at all.
Wrestlers and coaches only should be in the seats along the sides of the mats. Everyone else will need to be in the bleachers.
It looks like it's a grand total of 7 minutes and
no more than that.
55 seconds.
What was the first pin? Mendez.
He had a
105.
Pinfall 105.
128. That's 230 maybe. And 5:22, so 8 minutes maybe. Yeah, that could do it.
Yeah, 7:55. Yeah.
55.
Yeah. So the referee makes the toss. Yeah. Mendez will be starting in the defensive position.
With a 2-0 lead.
Stradling looking to ride out and see how much he can gain from here.
All right. Mendez has to move because this kid is really aggressively working for something on top. If he just lays there, bad things are going to happen.
Right.
He's going for a cradle, putting legs in cradle.
Oh, that leg might have gotten a little sloppy there. Mendez looking for the reversal, and he's got it.
Nice move. He figured forward the kid's bottom leg and then went that way with it. That was a little tricky move there by Mendez.
Pretty crafty. The score is now 4-0 with 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining in the second period. Mendez with a half in.
Mendez looking to turn him, got a half in. Oh, fights it off. All right, both wrestlers are pretty aggressive on top. They're not just laying on top of each other. And Mendez with a little armbar tilt here.
I think this period is going to dictate what Stradling's going to have to do in that third period. And if Stradling doesn't get at least an escape, if he doesn't play catch-up right now,
because then the prospects are going back down again after the kid rides you for a minute and 2. He's like, well, now what do I do?
Right.
No, he got out. Okay.
There's the escape. The score is now 4-1. 32 seconds left in the second period. That takedown could be absolutely critical for Stradling right now if he can get it. But Mendez is on the offensive, dives at the legs, on the edge of the mat, turning that into a little bit of a fireman, still has the leg. Stradling is simply blocking and trying to keep Mendez
trying
from
to funk
scoring.
out of it, crotch lift, but Mendez is staying high. He's going to cradle him up again. That's how he got his first takedown.
And with 2 seconds remaining, he gets that takedown. The score is now 6-1 going into the third period of this 150-pound weight class, which is sponsored by Raspa's Jewelers of Highland Park. Again, in dedication in the memory of Anthony Raspa. Please visit their website at raspajewelers.com. 150 is also sponsored by Robert Morris Photography. Look for Robert Morris on Instagram at Studio Rob or on Twitter at 272PhotoG. Stradling is on defense to start this third period. Stradling is down by 5 points. And Mendez is doing a great job of just being very difficult on offense, looking for openings, making Stradling very uncomfortable, not giving him openings.
Well, Mendez is making him look good. He's riding. He's keeping all the weight on his opponent. He's on his toes.
He's also very aware of where Stradling's feet are.
Yep.
Notice he's constantly hooking the leg. He's making sure that Stradling can't get to a base.
Yep. All right. He's covering the hip. But what's impressive is, you know, there's a thing about wrestlers getting high, but there's high for a good purpose and high when it's bad. And by him staying high, he's able to jump side to side. So, like, the perfect example that a kid rolled, and he was able to jump to that side.
To counter, right.
So, you know, he's in full control here, barring some craziness.
"30 seconds remaining in this third period. And Stradling's head is on the mat.
Stradling just can't get up. You know, I mean, Mendez got him in half. He's trying to push him. Stradling is very flexible, though. But Mendez is keeping the pressure on, to his credit. Keeping the pressure on.
He is
10 seconds.
He doesn't want to give him an inch.
No, he doesn't. Very good.
And your GMC champion at 150 pounds from St. Joe's, Evan Mendez. That weight class was sponsored by Raspa Jewelers of Highland Park. Visit them at raspajewelers.com, and also by Robert Morris Photography. Look for him on Instagram or Twitter.
Will be 3-time GMC champion, 3-time state place winner.